I won't be singing, but I will be telling you about some fragrances in my collection that I think that are good for a man. Well, pretty much 30 or so, 30 and down maybe. So this is a video for the 30 crowd. You want to know what I got to tell you about in this review, this discussion, or whatever you want to call it? Meet me on the other side of this intro and we'll get right to it. Peace. What's going on, everybody? You guessed it. It is your boy, LL Cool Trey Belafonte. Listen, I got some fragrances for you. Got a discussion for you. What we're going to do in this video, we're going to talk about 10 fragrances in my collection that I think are pretty cool for a guy that's well in his 30s or so. Now, these fragrances can be worn by anybody, anytime, any place, anywhere. But you know how I do it. I like to tell you about the situations I would rock the fragrances in and what I think they're good for. Now, none of these are going to be anything you haven't heard of before. You know, some of them are very popular. Some of them you may not have. Well, yeah, you've been heard of all of these. Some of these you may have forgotten about. So, no further ado, let's get right to it. I'll have to hit them back later. No further ado, let's get right to it. Sit down and do a video and your phone starts to ring. The first one is from the house of Perry Ellis, and it is Perry Ellis M. Now this one is a clone, and I think it's a clone of Chanel. I can't remember which Chanel it is. Maybe a Chanel Allure Home. And it's a nice, sweet, gourmandy type of fragrance. I haven't seen this in the stores in quite a while. I picked this up for around the $20 mark. I think you can still get it out. I'm pretty sure you can still get it at Amazon. Not sure what the price of it is. And I did see it at Fragrance X, I want to think, at a pretty good price. One says between 15 and 20 bucks. Yeah, and if you get the 1.7 ounce, it's even cheaper than that. It's about $12. Now, what you're going to get out of this one is just like I said, a sweet, gourmandy type of fragrance. Occasions to wear this one. I think it would make a good date night fragrance because, as I said, it's sweet and gourmandy. But I think it would make a really good date night fragrance. It's a very versatile fragrance. It's one that is easy to wear. Yeah, I just think it smells good. From the house of Perry Ellis M. This next one needs no introduction. Sauvage, the EDT. I think this is a great fragrance for any age, but definitely for a man in his 30s. I have a friend, I won't call his name, but he's in his 60s, I think. And he recently purchased this very bottle, the EDT, and he loves it. He talks about all the compliments he gets from it and the attention that he gets from it. So if you're a guy in his 30s and you're looking for something to catch the eye of women, you don't have to get the the EDP or the Parfum. You can simply get Sauvage, the EDT. You're going to draw attention to yourself. Chicks are going to dig it. Occasions to wear this, any place you want to stand out. Any place outside where it can really breathe and grow. It's not a fragrance I would recommend that you wear in like the hottest heat, but you can. You can pull it off because it's going to stand up and it's going to do what it's supposed to do. And again, it is a compliment getting fragrance and chicks dig it. Sauvage, the EDT. Another one from the house of Versace, and it is Eros Flame. Now, to me, whether it's Eros or Eros Flame, either one, chicks love them both. They are compliment-getting fragrances. They are attention-getting fragrances. They stand out in the sense that they're very, dare I say, loud, strong type fragrances. I mean, you're going to get noticed. This is not the blend-in, run-of-the-mill type of scent. You're going to stand out. People are going to notice it. But it is very crowd-pleasing, and it does smell good. Now, does it matter to me which one you get, either Eros or Eros Flame? It doesn't. To me, it's whichever one you find at the best price. Because Eros is still a crowd pleaser, and it is still a compliment getter, and it is one of those that will turn the heads females. Just saying, it just does. I like this one a little bit better because it's got a little bit more depth. It has that same sweetness though. Very sweet, sweet fragrance. It does smell good, and I think if you're a guy in his 30s, or you're buying for a guy that's in his 30s and down, I should say, then I think this is one that would go great in this collection. I think they would absolutely love it, whether they were a college student, high school, or just out. Versace Eros Flame. Next one from the house of Paco Rabanne, and it is 1 Million Parfum. And this is one that I think a guy in his 30s, well, any age can wear any of these fragrances. I'll reiterate that. Doesn't matter what age you are, you can wear these fragrances. I think this is one that is the exact same way. I'm in my 40s, mid 40s, and I wear this fragrance. So what's that tell you? But I definitely think if you're a young man in his 30s, whether you're early 30s, late 30s, wherever you're at, definitely think this is one that you can add to your collection, especially if you're in your early 30s, just getting married, starting your family, all of that stuff. This is one I definitely think you can have. It does have a soda poppy type of vibe to me, not fizzy, but just kind of like a grape soda type of vibe to it. It's very youthful, very playful, but nonetheless, it's still masculine, mature. And it's got some depth and some richness to it. 1 Million Parfum. I like this fragrance a lot. A fragrance that I think smells really, really good. It was very popular at one time. A lot of reviewers were talking about it, and then all of a sudden they stopped. But it's still, to me, a good smelling fragrance from the house of Salvatore Ferragamo. It is F Black. And this is a fragrance that you can find at the discounters at a really good price. This size bottle will cost you under $25 if you shop right. I've seen it at Burlington for around the $20 to $25 mark. It is a really nice smelling fragrance. It smells good. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. It's clean, it's spicy, it's peppery. It does smell somewhat synthetic, but everything that I'm going to show you smells somewhat synthetic. Excuse me. Just about every fragrance bottles has some syntheticness to it, so don't let that deter you. Man, y'all excuse me, I do not have a bottle of water at hand. I normally keep one in my room somewhere, but don't have one in hand. So nonetheless, for the price that you pay for this, I think it's a good smelling fragrance. Occasions to wear this, again, on a date. It's so inexpensive, you can wear it casually. Blue jeans, t-shirt and some khaki shorts, wintertime, summertime. I do think it lends itself to more either nighttime use or fall or cooler weather, but you can pull it off any time of the year. You just need to be careful with your sprays, especially if you're going to be indoors. If you're inside, any of these fragrances will work. That's the thing about it. You just have to ease up on your sprays. If you know you're going to be inside and around people, you can't go 8 to 10 sprays. You have to go 2 to 3. That's just that. Now, if you're going to be outside in the fall time, you can go as many sprays as you want. Nobody's going to care. But nonetheless, Ferragamo F Black, nice looking bottle, great design. I think it is perfect for what you pay for it. Another cheapie that just does good to me. It smells good, and you can see I put a dent in it. From the house of Banana Republic, it is Oud Mosaic 17. 17 Oud Mosaic. Now, the oud in this is not the best quality oud, but to be honest with you, most of the oud fragrances that you're gonna come across are not gonna be the best quality oud, because oud is a very expensive note. So to bring it to you for $19 to $20 a bottle, no. But it does have a very nice wearable oud smell. It is very masculine. It's a very powerful fragrance. It is one that is going to be different from anything on this list, and it's probably going to be different from anything anybody's out there is wearing, because people are afraid to wear ouds like this. Now, again, this is one of those 2 to 3 spray fragrances. You cannot go 7 or 8 sprays on this. You're going to choke yourself out. You're going to choke other people out. Occasions to wear this, anything casual. Again, for me, it leans more towards fall, winter, or nighttime. Anything that I would wear in the fall and the winter, I would wear on a summer night. The reason for that is because it's not going to be out in the sun, heating it up, activating it, getting it moving. Okay, it's just in Alabama, it's just as humid sometimes at night in the summer as it is in the day, but that sun being out does make a huge difference. So that's why I always say summer, night, or cooler weather, because I kind of wear those fragrances the same. If I'm going to be outside at nighttime, or a date night fragrance is a date night fragrance to me if I'm going outside. I mean, if it's at night in the summer, if that makes any sense. Yeah. Yeah, it does. And this is one I wouldn't wear in the heat of the day. Like it's like 93 degrees today. I just wouldn't reach for that. Just wouldn't reach for that. And I wouldn't reach for it tonight either because it's going to be hot. But on the average summer night here, it's between 75 and 80 degrees. I think I would do that. I think I would pull it out on a 75-degree night and wear it. Definitely wear it in the wintertime. Now, this next fragrance is one that to me is a little bit sophisticated. It's a little bit classy. It's got an old school powerhouse vibe to it, and it's from the house of Paco Rabanne as well. And it is Exes. And I actually like this fragrance. I got it for about $39, and I really enjoy it. Love the bottle design. Presentation on it is good, but we're here about the juice. I like it. I really do. I think it's a good smelling fragrance. I think it's a fragrance that somebody in their 30s, would love to wear. And smell good. I think it's one that you could wear to work. I think it's one that you could wear to church. I think it's one that you could wear out shooting a game of pool with your homeboys. Just whatever you were doing, something semi-casual. Would I wear it to a wedding? Well, it depends. Depends on what type of wedding. But yes, it definitely could be dressed up in a suit and tie. Maybe not a tuxedo, but yes, a suit and tie. Definitely office. Definitely office. Yeah. Anything where you had to get a little bit dressy, but not over the top. You know what I'm saying? Suit, tie, shoes, type of event, or nice polo and jeans. I think this fragrance will go well with that. Absolutely. Paco Rabanne's Exes. I got this many more. Let's say you're going on vacation. You want to take something that you can wear every day. And it is Tommy Bahama. And I sprayed this one on. This one is a little bit musky, but tropical. It's a cologne concentration, so it's not going to be a monster projector, monster performer. So it is one that you will either need to decant or take the bottle with you. It is one, it's not, when I say tropical, it's not coconutty like type tropical. The opening, you're going to be like, man, what is this? Give it a second. Let it dry down. Let it work through the progressions that it's going through. And you're going to have yourself a nice fragrance. And it's going to be one that not everybody is wearing. Again, the top of it is not where it shines. The mid to the dry down is where this fragrance comes to life and really, really smells good. And again, you see I haven't put much of a dent in there because I have tons of fragrances. And I just forget I have this one. I just don't reach for it very often. Nonetheless, sprayed it on the day, and I'll tell you, as it stays on the skin, it does dry down very, very fast, and it becomes just over a skin scent after about 30 minutes or so. It lays there for a few hours, so maybe 4 hours of longevity with maybe an hour of projection, but it dries down to this musky violet leaf type of fragrance that just smells good. You just got to try it. From the house of Tommy Bahama. Tommy Bahama. I think that would be a great one for somebody in their 30s. Another one, and when I say 30s, I mean like 35, 40 to maybe 25 is the age range I'm looking at, when I say 30s. Yeah. Late 20s, mid to late 30s. Yeah, from the house of Bulgari, Wood Neroli. Now, I like anything with neroli in it. I'll say this about this fragrance. If you already have John Varvatos Artisan Pure, you won't need it. Or if you have Banana Republic's Neroli Woods, you won't need it. You won't need it because they all have such a heavy neroli note, heavy citruses, that they kind of give off the same vibe. So you won't need all three. You definitely won't need this one and any of the other ones. So why do I have all three? Because I like neroli. Duh. But I caught this on sale for like 25 bucks right after Christmas, first of the year, and I was happy to get it. It came with the little decant, and I sold the decant, and as you see, I put a dent in it because this is not a good performing fragrance at all. But this is one of those I would wear to the cookout. I would wear it to anything outside, casual. Would I wear it in the office? Yeah, because it's light enough to pull off in the office. But to make it work, you're gonna have to go heavy on the sprays. So that makes me think maybe not an office scent. Definitely, I would wear it to the barbecue. I would definitely wear it hanging out, chilling with the friends. From the house of Bulgari, Neroli Woods. And Neroli is one of my favorite scents. Man, and I am down to my last one. And this is from a company that makes amazing cars. Some of the best German cars that you can get. Have I gave it away yet? It's from the house of Mercedes-Benz. And it's Mercedes-Benz. And I really like this fragrance. I really, really do. Oh, man. I like that. It's just got this warmth, some richness, some cleanliness to it. Let me give myself a spritz of this. Well-made bottle, well-designed bottle, great cap. Simplistic bottle design, but at the same time a very solid bottle design and a great cap with the Mercedes-Benz emblem on it. But this fragrance right here, man, it's got some type of fruit at the top of it. I don't know if it's Minka fruit, star fruit, whatever that fruit is. But it's got that at the top of it, and it just smells nice. This is a very versatile fragrance, one that you can wear year-round, springtime, summertime, wintertime, fall, day or night. It is a very versatile fragrance. To me, it lends itself more towards warm weather, like this time of the year, but I could easily see this being worn on a winter's day, especially if it was a pretty day. JP doing some type of review. Especially if it was a pretty day, I could easily see this being worn. And this bottle has so much detail, the Mercedes-Benz logo right there in the bottom. I absolutely love this fragrance. I think it's a star for what I paid for it, which was around $20, $25 at Burlington. I'm proud to have this in my collection. Man, that smells nice. And it may be one of the best smelling fragrances that I pulled out of this collection. It's definitely on par with Sauvage, definitely on par with 1 Million Parfum and Versace Eros. It's definitely on par with those. So Mercedes-Benz, man. Or Mercedes-Benz is what this one is actually. That just smells nice. All right, guys, I'm gonna get off here. I hope you've enjoyed this review. Do a little editing, get it uploaded for you. I'm back in the swing of things. I'm healthy, feeling good, in a good place mentally. So I'm gonna try to get you some reviews every day until things change, and that could be any day now, because I've got a few irons in the fire, so I don't know how those irons are gonna work out. So we're gonna see. But for now, I'm gonna try to get you a review every day, if not every other day or whatever. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this list. This fragrance is for guys. This review is for guys, you know, from late 30s to mid 20s, but I say in their 30s, but you know, nonetheless, you can pull it off. About a 10 to 15 year gap there. But anyway, thank you for tuning in. I hope this video has been informative. I hope you like this video. If there's some videos that you would like to see me do, please let me know, and I will do my best to get them to you. Please consider giving me a sub, especially those of you who keep returning to the scene of the crime. Just hit it, just sub. Won't cost you a thing, won't hurt you, I promise. For those of you who are just coming by this channel, I hope you've enjoyed it. That's what you get here, a laid-back reviewer that doesn't take himself or fragrances too seriously. I tell him what you might hear or see me do on this channel. Okay? All right. Now, with that being said, I'm going to jump off here, guys. May God bless you all. I love you all. Thank you for being the best part of this channel. And until next time, peace.